I know words, I have the best words. And anonymous, really anonymous. No perverts.
Made a pivotal, really, the diversity, lottery, combat, infantrymen. You know, we just set another stock rocket. You saw that, right?
I know words, I have the best words.
10,000 known or suspected gang members to be a sanctuary.
Deliberately, willfully, and with total premeditation.
I know words, I have the best words.
The demonstrators who infiltrated the Capitol have defied the seat of justice. It's defiled, right? See, I can't see it very well. You know, we just said a very large brain.
I know words, I have the best words.
Despite these obstacles, Karen defied the seat of justice. It's defiled, right? Yesterday is a hard word for me.
I know words, I have the best words.
We appreciate it very much, Jim Apple.
They sacrifice every day for the furniture, future. Here I am like an idiot.
I know words, I have the best words.
Free health care for illegal... look.
I know words, I have the best words.
Christopher Columbus. Christopher. Here I am like an idiot. Michigan gave us Motan. Gave us Motown, gave us the Mustang.
Here I am like an idiot.
I had a beat off.
The diversity lottery.
Dumps. They call them dumps. Big, massive dumps.
I know words, I have the best words.
They don't like the gas.
I know words, I have the best words.
Legal. We're going to be appointing very pro-crime judges.
Here I am like an idiot.
The diversity lottery. Look, wait.
Deliberately, willfully, and with total premeditation.
I felt really good almost after taking it.
I know words, I have the best words.
The Burmese executives. So these Burmese, they say, pronounce it Burmese.
Asshole.
You have the ocean and you have the sun. There's something about that works.
I know words, I have the best words.
Lumpy pillows kiss my ass. He can do things with his tongue you wouldn't believe it. Stank sanctuary.
Asshole.
Stank sanctuary.
Asshole. Asshole.
Stank sanctuary. Defied the seat of it's defiled, right? PP2. Purge the anti-Semitism and pro-terrorism. What you doing?
I know words, I have the best words. Here I am like an idiot.
All right, we're getting ready to get started, guys. Hit that like for me if you could. Let them know we're here. Send up that signal flare by hitting the like early. You can always take it back if I suck. It's okay. All right. Come on now. Yes, right.
I know words, I have the best words.
When they gaze upon Yosemite,
Here I am like an idiot.
Michigan gave us Motown.
I had a beat off.
Michigan gave us Motown.
Here I am like an idiot.
Action replays in magnified fortune.
I know words, I have the best words.
Winston Churchill stood on the rooftops in London, very calm, making speeches. Winston Churchill.
He meant explosive in terms of fire. This isn't the let's read the book school.
I feel like I should just DJ this most of the night. Hold on one second. I'll try and do it right now. Let's see if they went for this. This is a good DJ head. Yeah, let's do this.
The diversity lottery. They don't like the gas. Anonymous, really anonymous.
I know words, I have the best words.
Michigan gave us Motown.
Here I am like an idiot.
I think I'm much more humble than you would understand.
Very large brain. Christopher Columbus. Christopher.
I know words, I have the best words.
Legal. Yeah, look.
I don't read, obviously. And I was, part of a family that was very well knit.
To me, Corona means Italy.
Here I am like an idiot.
Computer board. Computer board. Computer board. When they gaze upon Yosemites. Voila.
Here I am like an idiot.
He meant explosive in terms of fire. Somebody like that can write good.
All right, we got to get a real show going. This is ridiculous. Okay, here we go. Why is there's a delay for me, what I'm seeing. Is the audio off from the video? Maybe not. Hopefully not. That wouldn't be good. That would be annoying. That would drive me crazy. Okay, good. Welcome. Woo. Yeah, it's so funny. I've every time behind the scenes, just so you guys know, I have all these sound effects. Some of them are in my laptop, and some of them are on my little stream deck over here, like that one. And I've got like a little sections of these, right? And every time before the show starts, I'm basically like DJing behind the opening screen as I'm setting some stuff up, because I have to get like the Instagram thing running, and there's like stuff I got to click around and do. But once I get done with it and I'm just checking to make sure everything's working, I'm just hitting buttons as the screens come up to make sure, because there's always a delay. And so behind the scenes, I'm basically being an idiot and just DJing over top of my own music. Yeah.
So we're going to get it going to a level that nobody can ever turn course on us. Nobody can ever change.
Here I am like an idiot.
Like, I'm just hitting buttons like a dickhead. I feel like, I gotta say, for Sexy Liberal, which, by the way, get your tickets, sexyliberal.com/tour. We're coming to your town. It's going to be very exciting. Minneapolis, coming up. Albuquerque, ALBUQUERQUE, old bar bet. We're going to be there before too long. It's very exciting. I'm hoping we add some dates. I really do. Chicago, we're going to see you in August. We're going to live stream that one. That will be as we get closer to the election, that'll be a pay-per-view, which is great, because for all the people who can't get there, we are going to Philly. I don't know about Pittsburgh. I would love to go to Pittsburgh, because I could take my girl and we could go visit her family, because they're all from there, and we could maybe visit my friends at the Steelers or something like that. I don't know. Anyways, we got a bunch of dates coming up. Please check and see if we're coming near you, and if we're not, write a little letter to Steph and go, there's a place near me. We should totally do San Diego. We should do Irvine. We should do San Jose and San Francisco. And we're doing Seattle. Portland, we're coming your way. Boston. We're going to bring a hammer and a ladder and park the car for these motherfuckers that are out there. And it's going to be great. And I want us to play Kush gigs in Napa. I just want us to be everywhere. Alaska, I give a shit. Let's do it. Puerto Rico, Guam, motherfucker. That's what I say. Hashtag Guam, motherfucker. Let's go. I do not have it's a bruise of my, that's I had cupping again today. So remember I have acupuncture. Here, I'll show you this. There's some of that. Oh, that's gnarly. Look at that one. Oh, that's a good one. My camera just updated, so I'm very pink. My hands are but my face is very pink. I don't know if it's my distance from the camera, which that looks a little more normal. But when I get closer to the lights, it gets very shiny. I'll work on it. But it just had a firmware update, so I don't know what the hell. Anyways, yeah, my girlfriend thinks it's hickeys. I got there. Those are good ones. This is the big gnarly one. That's a solid sucker. Yeah. So, and they're all over my back, too. It's great. So, yeah. Hi, how are you? Good to see you. So, a couple of things. One is, I may be, and God willing, you'll see later on in the show, very exciting snooze coming up. Snooze, very exciting snooze. I'm going to have the most exciting nap ever. Very exciting news coming up. That apparently, if I hear it correctly, and we're going to check with one of our clips later, apparently they're going to have streaming on Truth Social soon. Now, I have a real problem with the fucking paying to be on X for the check mark and all that kind of shit, but I do it because I'm squatting on my own name and protecting it to some degree until that place collapses. But I gotta say, it would so fucking be worth it to live stream on there, I'm just saying. I don't know if it'll cost anything at first, probably. Maybe they'll give you an hour free. Even if that's all we get, screw it. If I have to do it, like, start a fake stream on there in the middle of the show, everybody's like, hey, round 2. And I'll go, okay, kill it, 1 hour, start a fresh new hour because you get an hour, right? That's usually how a lot of these things start. So good. 144p, 12 frames per second. Totally high quality shit. But I'm just saying, just the idea that these cascading assholes would find me in their scroll on Trump Sensible would be great. So we'll see. We'll see if that's a possibility. I mean, because they got to offer it to everybody. It can't be just a premium service. What kind of... Oh, yeah, it could, actually. So if I can find a free workaround, bet your ass I'm going to do it. Also, Mike Pillow had some bad news today. I don't know if you know this, but Mike Pillow is being evicted from one of his warehouses for failure to pay rent, $200,000 in back rent. But don't worry about it. He's convinced the rapture is coming soon. So, but speaking of rapture, I can't think of any group I would rather leave a pile of clothes by and ascend nude into heaven with than the chat room. Hi, chat room. How are you? Good to see you. So glad you could be with us today, especially because this is a day the Lord has brought us. Okay, I just want you to be aware of it. All right, this is the day that the Lord has let us all dream of. It's a special day. It's a window into the end times in a way that I just find we're all just going to clasp hands. And some of y'all are sweaty, but I'm going to hold on tight and even if you slip out, you gooey palmed fucker, we're all going to ascend into the heavenly kingdom where every TV is 90 inches of glory, and whatever your team is, they always win the Super Bowl. And there's always somebody barbecuing something. Nowhere. But you can smell it. It's not clouds, it's smoke. So praise Jesus and pass the mashed potatoes. I don't know if you know this, but by God, Christians are under siege. Which, is I hate to hear that because Under Siege is my favorite pre-lunatic what's his name? Steven Seagal movie. That was so good. It was such a good movie. And it brought Tommy Lee Jones back. And Andy Davis is such a great director. And it was like the last time Gary Busey was like crazy enough to be interesting, but not so crazy or like easy. You know what I mean? Ryback is gone. You know what I'm talking about? It's a good movie. And of course the playmate that's in it, Stunk Aruga, right? Yeah, I get it. Okay. Greatest female entry into an action film in history. After a slaughter on the deck and everybody's been captured, she pops out of a cake, half naked because she took too many Dramamine and passed out. It's funny. Anyway, so good movie, but it's terrible that Christians are under siege. The Christian version of Under Siege would be, quite frankly, boring. And they certainly wouldn't hire Tommy Lee Jones. Bless his heart. So apparently, the reason this is important message, and this is from Forbes Breaking News' version of this, but this is an ad. This is not Trump saying Christianity's under siege. This isn't him just going, "Hey, it's about time we talk about the fucking anti-Christian stuff." Nope. He's trying to sell something. You'll see. As some of you might have seen it already, but here we go. This is it. And I gotta say, I've been calling it that this motherfucker is on a bullet train to Pat Robertson town like no one has ever even seen before, right? And he's starting to even look like him, and he's, if his face starts doing the Katharine Hepburn, it's all over. Oh yeah, sorry, and that's true. I apologize. Shit, 1 second. That's my mistake, everyone. I'm supposed to warn everybody ahead of time, but I didn't. There's going to be, today's show will have a significant amount of Trump nunt. Just be prepared to avert your eyes if necessary. It's rough. Also, hit the like and subscribe and yeah. Oh God. So here we go. Now, is it his Bible? It's a Bible. Here we go.
I'm proud to be partnering with my very good friend Lee Greenwood. Who doesn't love his song, God Bless the USA?
I mean, I like it. I gotta say, you've kind of fucked it up for me. They played it at the game. Summer and I went to the UNLV because they're in March Madness. We went to the UNLV basketball game, and they played it when the soldier stood up. And I was like, A, that's nice. B, that sucks because he's fucked up the song for me. So, yeah. Also, his hair looks really weird in this. It's true. When he turns sideways, it's shit. I don't know what's going on. Like, they've just given up. Nobody is helping. That's how he got, like, the white lips, orange face yesterday. He's, like, doing his own makeup now. We're getting to the point where it's that sad point in The Wrestler, the movie where he's like wrestling in gymnasiums and having to like bleach his own hair in truck stop bathrooms, right? We're at that point.
In connection with promoting the God Bless the USA Bible.
The USA Bible. God bless, you mean the God Bless the USA Bible? Like you would do a soft pause between USA and Bible? Nah, USA Bible.
This Bible is the King James Version and also includes our founding father documents. Yes, the Constitution.
Our founding father documents? Our founding documents, right? I mean, it's not their letters home. Our founding father documents, which no one says. It's got God the Son, the Holy Ghost, and God the Father founding documents.
Which I'm fighting for every...
What's wrong with his head? What's wrong with his head? What is happening? Did he just say was it bird's nest in the front, parted in the back? Welcome to the MAGA mullet. It's something I made myself by accident, but yet magic.
Every single day, very hard to keep Americans protected. Also, the...
Wait a minute. Sorry. Was that a full sentence?
Founding father documents. Yes, the Constitution, which I'm fighting for every single day, very hard.
Yeah, we're going to get it signed 2 weeks right after his healthcare plan and the infrastructure bill. He's going to get that. Don't you worry about it, kids. He's going to get that Constitution signed and ratified. People have been trying to do it for 240 years, but he's finally going to do it.
To keep Americans protected. Also, the Bill of Rights, the Declaration of Independence, and the...
And like the Bible, something I've never fucking read.
Pledge of Allegiance are all part...
Really? Is it sheet music? Or like is the sheet music to God Bless America in there as well? Honestly, is there a tab version of God Bless the USA? That's my question. Like, you should have a chord version for people who are new to guitar, and then a full layout of all the instruments for, cover bands who want to use it on their music stands.
Of this, God Bless the USA Bible. And
God Bless the USA Bible. I don't know why is that the breathing point, you fucking weirdo?
It's just very important and very important to me.
Because this is basically going to pay the pool cleaner at Mar-a-Lago. Whatever this money is, that's where it's fucking going. If I even have to pay him. I mean, Jesus wouldn't want me to, He would want me to eat and shit out all the proceeds. Thank you.
I want to have a lot of people have it. You have to have it for you.
Well, if you want them to have it, give it away. It's a fucking Bible. The like hotels do it. You have hotels. Here's a good idea. Put it in all your fucking hotels. Pay for it yourself, you rich motherfucker.
Your heart for your soul.
My heart and my soul and my Buddha hole. Well, sorry, that's not the song at all.
Many of you have never read them and don't know the...
Many of you, like me, have never even glanced at these pages for fear your eyes will burst into flame and you will be ejected into a lava pit where you will be confronted with your sins that up to that point you really didn't give a shit about until just now.
Liberties and rights you have as Americans and how you are being threatened.
Yes, it's somewhere in the Psalms, I think.
to lose those rights. It's happening
Oh, it's Leviticus. He's talking about Leviticus.
all the time. It's
It's happening all the time. Does the Bible have anything to say about that, or just is that part of the? It's not even. All right. This motherfucker has never read the Bible. I've read it twice.
very sad thing that's going on in our country, but
Trust in God and pass the ammunition or something like. Nothing says faith like holding the Bible like it's a fucking life preserver and going, we're kind of fucked. The world of man is much stronger than the world of God. Faith is a bunch of bullshit. You're suckers and losers.
we're going to get it turned around.
Are you? That now would be a good time to check and make sure you're holding the Bible right side up. Sorry. I guarantee somebody handed it to him right side up so even he couldn't fuck it up.
Religion and Christianity are the biggest things missing from this country.
They're the biggest things missing from this country. Who stole them? People like you? Also, I noticed you've learned the Greg Kelly tongue jet, you creep.
And I truly believe that we need to bring them back, and we have to bring them back fast. I think it's
Yeah, you got to bring them back fast. And we don't have time to read this shit. Just pretend. Fake it till you make it. Jesus Christ. I wasn't swearing. I was calling for help.
one of the biggest problems we have. That's why our country is going haywire. We've lost religion.
Wow! Our country is just wacky right now. It's going haywire. I don't know. Like you go outside and you're like, what the hell is going on? Haywire. All right. I think you know where this came from. He can't say hell because he's holding the Bible because he thinks that's how it works. By the way, if you've ever seen a preacher, you know that's not a problem. But also, like, hey, it's another H word. So saying it going to hell seems like I'm not supposed to say I don't know anything about how any of this shit works.
In our country. All Americans need a Bible in their home, and I have.
Not all of them. I mean, the Christian ones probably already have one. They don't even need one. They've got one. That's how they became a Christian in the first place. I mean, and I would argue probably from the Christian standpoint, certainly some of the evangelicals that they believe everybody else needs one because they got fucking plenty. But I got news for you. This isn't the one they're going to want. Like, if you're trying to convert some Muslim and Jewish friends or atheists, this ain't the copy that'll do it. Jesus Christ.
Many. It's my favorite book. It's a lot of.
How many people do you know? It might be the only person in the world who has not read his favorite book. Ever.
People's favorite book.
Yeah, it's a lot of people. Yeah, those people have read it. Yeah. Several times. A lot of times. A lot of them have parts underlined. Yeah. Even, guys like me, when we were growing up, kids, I have my family Bible that my mom got me when I was baptized, and I've got shit tons of notes and stuff in the margins from Sunday school and church camp and all that kind of shit. Yeah, I'm familiar, asshole. As a matter of fact, I have a big, magnificent Masonry Bible that will scare the living fuck out of you and Steve Bannon and all your dipshit friends. I'd love to sit down and go through some of my favorite parts of it with you. How about that?
This Bible is a reminder that the biggest thing we have to bring back America and to make America great again is our religion.
Have to bring back America and bring...
We have to bring back America and to make America great again is our religion.
Bring back to America? Bring back for America, to America. He means two, it should be for. Our religion. Yeah. Yeah, we're not that kind of country. That's kind of what's cool about us. is where we're our founding fathers were largely deists, and we're a religiously secular country. And anybody, you know, good Lord,
Religion is so important. It's so missing, but it's going to.
it's so missing. This is 3 minutes long. I would start again. I would just say, let's wind back to the top, and we'll do a couple more side edits. How about that? We'll do, 3-4 more takes. Get a little fluid. Maybe work on the whole God bless the USA Bible thing. Like, instead of God bless the USA Bible. You know what I mean? You can even tone change it so that people go, oh, he's not fucking crazy. It's just an awkward name. So missing. It is so missing, isn't it? It's so missing.
Again, is our religion. Religion is so important. It's so missing, but
it's so missing. It is. It's so, what's the word? It's so missing, really. Yeah, this is an ad. Mastery says this is an ad. Yeah. It's so missing.
it's going to come back, and it's going to come back strong, just like our country is going to come back strong.
But only after you're reelected, I guess, because God has to wait in line behind you at the deli, you dumb motherfucker. Get out of here.
In the end, we do not answer to bureaucrats in Washington. We answer to God in heaven.
Well, yeah, and when you do, I got to tell you, it's going to be a quick. It's basically going to be a little map on a Post-it. Here's your answer. Down.
Christians are under siege.
Siege.
We must protect content that is pro-God. We love God.
I can tell. Easy there, man. On the siege. Pro-God. Pro-God. Yeah. As opposed to that character in the book and that you're holding, which is like, I don't forget what he's called, like the anti-God or something. Pro-God. Oh, God. Wait, hold on. If this wasn't so fucking ridiculous and hilarious, I would be offended on behalf of real Christians. But I think they'll be okay. Pro God. Oh God. What would you define? What's your pro God platform there? Mandated crosses bought from the fucking My Pillow, My Store, or what? How do you write that out? How do you?
We must protect content that is pro-God. We love God, and we have to protect anything that is pro-God.
Anything at all. Screaming out his name during sex, 100%. We got to protect that. As a matter of fact, we should have guards around 3 or 4 of them around every couple that's fucking, or even large group, in case any of them have an utterance. We have to protect anything that is pro-God. Okay. I gotta say, I would not include this in that. So basically, what you're thinking is like if I could put it this way, it's like a heavenly prophylactic. Lord, please. Oh God, this is so. I don't even know how the fuck. Hold on. One of the things we're gonna have to talk about this a little bit. I have some notes. If y'all are okay with that, I do have indeed some notes. I have normally I spend my days as an extratemporal being beyond this mortal coil, and beyond judgment. But in this particular instance, I'm getting a little anxious, as it were.
We must offend God in the public square and not
Really? How? You want to build a fence around him? Or, I know, build a wall around God and make Mexico pay for it. Is that it?
allow the media or the left-wing groups to silence, censor, or discriminate against us.
Discriminate against what? People selling Bibles that have never read it? I'm about to say some words that are going to get me a weekend in purgatory.
We have to bring Christianity back into our...
I'm sorry, how did you pronounce it? Whoops, hold on. Let's check real quick. How did you pronounce it? One, real quick.
Or discriminate against us. We have to bring Christianity back into...
Christianity. That's by the way, for those of you who don't know, that is a right-wing evangelical Christian version of Annie, where the big hit at the end of the show is the sun won't come out tomorrow because of the rapture. The sun won't come out tomorrow. Bet you're down in hell by tomorrow. You big sinners. Right, that kind of thing.
To our lives and back into what will be again a great nation.
I'm not going to back into a great nation. America's a great nation, and if I backed into it, I might bump into Florida, and that... I'm just saying, you don't want to back into that state.
Our founding fathers did a tremendous thing when they built America on
It is true. They did a tremendous thing when they built America.
Judeo-Christian values.
Sorry, Judeo-Christian what?
A tremendous
Christian?
thing when they built America on Judeo-Christian values. Now that foundation is under attack.
Well, I mean, how would you? I mean, if it's the foundation, it's the foundation. You can't attack the foundation without it collapsing on top of you. And so, also, it's extratemporal and beyond, human reason. So, just saying, I'm not worried. I guess being permanent in terms of existence. I mean, I understand folks like you deal with more morality and in a different way than we do, because it's sort of flexible. But ours is kind of I'm playing the long game, as it were.
Perhaps as never before.
Perhaps. I mean, from a moral standard, as far as attacking the foundation, slavery, pretty bad. Yeah.
What can we do? Stand up, speak out, and pray that God will bless America again.
You haven't been doing that so far? Oh, they haven't. It's weird.
I'm proud to endorse and encourage you to get this Bible.
Yeah, it makes a great coaster. If you got a wobbly table, it's perfect. If you have one of those, if your couch cushions have started to dent where your fat ass sits all day long pretending to care about democracy, you can just shove it right there in the cushion, and it'll give you a little bit of support.
We must make America pray again.
Mappa. I gotta say, that sounds like I have to drop my halo for this one because I can't even talk about it. Mappa sounds like an organization for pedophiles. The minor attracted people of America. Make America pray again. You don't pray. You don't. You never have. You don't. You don't even know how. And it's not even hard.
Pray, get educated,
pray, then get educated, then go watch YouTube videos.
Motivated, and stand with me and the legions of Americans asking God to bless our great nation, to bring our great nation back, and to make America great again. I'm proud to partner with Lee in this.
Yeah, it's great work. And by the way, Trump is just getting a slice of this, I think, which makes it even more fucked up. Like, he signed on to like I guess to get a whatever 10-20% of something, yeah, he's partnering with him.
offering. He's a very special man.
He is. He's cool. Whatever. Yes, he's the Jimmy Buffett of Americana. Whatever.
Both as a talent, but maybe even more so as a human being. He's very
Yeah, that's true. I'm weird that way too. I value artists as human beings also, and probably more. You know what I mean? Largely because, you can't, in the case of like P. Diddy, for example, you can't throw his artistry in jail.
very, very special.
Yes, he's very special. He's very special. And so this is you signed on to this. Here's what I think. I honestly, between you and I, chat room, I think he signed on to this for a slice of it and to not have to pay royalty rights on the fucking song, to continue to be whitelisted for that fucking song at his rallies.
And I think you
My God. It's a cowboy Bible. I like the tan kind of thing on it, and the nice thing about it is that you can see the kind of flowing American flag, whatever. Never mind graven images and having no other gods before me, and elevating the theater of man to that of the kingdom of heaven as being sinful. Never mind. But go ahead, just print it right on the front.
all should get a copy of
Yeah, get a copy of it. Not the original. This is a one of a kind. This is like the NFT.
God Bless the USA Bible Now
Yeah, God bless the USA Bible.
and help spread our Christian values with others.
Like what? So I assume that the God bless the USA Bible is just the New Testament, doesn't contain the Old Testament, since you're a Christian and you are talking about Christianity, and so really the New Covenant is the only part that matters for you. The other part is just there for history, really. What would be one of those values? Just spitballing. Any of them. Just, no shellfish, or I'm just saying, you do realize that if you wear golf pants, you're going to hell, according to Leviticus. I don't know if you know this.
There you have it.
Yeah, there you have it. I'm done doing this bullshit. Okay, give me my 20%. I've never seen that. I don't want to see one of these things again. It'll sit on a dresser or something like that nearby. Maybe I'll put it under my book of Hitler speeches, whatever.
Let's make America pray again. God bless you, and God bless the USA.
The USA Bible, USA Bible. Okay, just may I? Can I take you on a little trip, chat room? Can I take you on a little trip now to the world of the God Bless the USA Bible? Ladies and gentlemen, there it is. Order today. There he is, just looking. He's sitting there with Lee going, "Ugh, I have to poop so bad." Right? You can get 3 copies. Just order them now. Inspired by Lee Greenwood's patriotic anthem and hit song God Bless the USA. Just in case you were confused. Why the fuck is Lee Greenwood selling a $60 Bible that's called the God Bless the USA Bible when the song is called God Bless the USA? It says it right. It says it right there. It says it right there in front of it. Sorry, hold on. I have to move this. Why is my camera behind all these things? This is crazy pants. Hold on. Move above this thing. There we go. Put me up there. And then I'll take the events, move you guys up, and put it up here and there. And then I'll take this thing and move it up here, because I don't know why I knew, because I just made this thing a couple minutes. Okay, there we go. So here we go. This is order today. Oh shit! Here comes the whole page. Wait, yeah, it's a hit song. It qualifies. It was it charted. Order your steak. Please allow 4 to 6 weeks for delivery, because we have not made these motherfuckers yet. I just tried to take the top off a bottle that didn't have a top on it, because I'm busy. It has the flag is a centerfold in it. It's like, oh, look at that. And Trump, likes to molest flags, so very exciting. Easy to read, large print, easy to read. you do realize that means there's no excuse, dumb fuck. And it's not easy to read, by the way. There's a lot of it that's, especially in the King James Version, it's not natural language for a lot of people. It takes a little bit getting used to. It's like, like Shakespeare in places. It's a bit of work, right? Yeah. Large print. Why would you need that? Oh, because we got a target audience, I'm guessing. And slim design. Just like we had a bigger version, but we gave it Ozempic and now it's shrinking. This Bible invites you to explore God's word anywhere, anytime. Unlike those other bullshit Bibles that you're not even allowed to show in public because maggots will hit you because it doesn't. Why are you reading about Jesus when Donald Trump is in trouble? What's wrong with you? This Bible has been designed so that it delivers an easy reading experience. So easy to read and an easy reading experience. In the trusted King James Version translation. I do, because it has the ye's and the these and that kind of stuff. This large print, apparently easy to read large print. Did we mention it's large print? Jesus Christ. AI, your website much? Fuck me. Will be perfect to take to church, to Bible study, work, travel, etc. Because that's the part that gets me, is etc. 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 Where else could you do it? When you're kite surfing? That it's right there. Hang gliding, you just whip this fucker out. Oh God. When you're, it's a great one to put into your parachute pack in the front pouch. You know what I mean? So if you're like, sorry, it's not opening. When you're in tandem and you're like, fuck, all right, where's the part that if I read it right before I die, I immediately go to heaven? Fuck, I don't remember. The etc. part. You're on a roller coaster. You're at you're waiting at a state fair. You got like an elephant ear in one hand and a cold brew in the other, and Ted Nugent is taking his fucking time coming out, and you're like, you know what? I had some time to go. Hang on, because they have a beer holster. Who doesn't? Open it out. Oh God, I got powdered sugar all over my Bible. Jesus will understand, etc. The Bible also features a copy of the handwritten chorus to God Bless the USA by Lee Greenwood. Not the whole lyrics. I guess it's a violation of the publishing deal he has with EMI or something like that. Comes with a free pair of Trump sneakers. The cover is made out of an old Trump steak. That's what the leather is. They just finely sliced old Trump steaks and made the cover out of it. The Constitution, Bill of Rights, Declaration of Independence, and the Pledge of Allegiance. Because, excuse me, maggots, you don't have it memorized by now? What the fuck's wrong with you? In stock now. Due to high order volume, please allow up to 4 to 6 weeks for delivery. Okay. I got to say, that text is something you see on a lot of bullshit websites. Also, nice, happy black family who are reading it together. It's the one chance they have. Lee Greenwood, God Bless the USA Bible. Now, I'm not going to play this ad because it's probably going to play the song, and I don't need that shit. Yeah, no cash, no COD. Cash on the barrelhead. Order it now. See, there's a big red button. Fuck is wrong with you? What is wrong with you people? Buy it. It's in the spotlight, though. It's in demand. Here's Lee Greenwood with Don Jr. And I got to say, hold on. Let's see. Control plus. Yeah, I'm going to blow this up a little bit. Could there possibly be a skeevier picture of two guys shaking hands about a Bible? Seriously. Boy, we're going to get these fucking suckers. Am I right, guys? Lee, we're gonna grease these fucking dopes like you never see of a guy. That's Lee Greenwood on the far side, and that's Don Jr. Seriously, look at that picture. It's like the douchiest picture that didn't have Jimmy Swaggart in it that had a Bible in it. Like them shaking hands. It's so fucking weird. And it's backstage at one of Trump's events. See that? That's the stadium where it is and what the view is going to... It's like CPAC. I think that's CPAC. It is. Look, there's the CPAC stage. That's where this was. Fuck. And then there he is with the Huckabee. Here, this is the Bible that you can have it. I already got one. Thank you. We've got several. I am country star person, whatever. Like this dude totally. Look, hey, give me one of them. I'll pretend to read it. That's what's happening. Hold on. Does anybody know who these fuckers are? Because I don't know new country. I only know people who can actually sing and don't do country music through an auto-tune. And that's a very narrow field of people. Anybody have any fucking idea who the fuck this douchebag is? Because it's very weird. Trace Atkins and Travis Tritt was the one right before him, but I don't know who this dude is. I mean, it's hard when they've been around for a while. I know that dude is he's from big and shit or something. Anyways, they's a duo, and then the other dude either died or went to jail or died in jail. I always forget. I think he's big or rich or something. I don't know. All I know is he's standing in front of a closet. What's he trying to say? Let me tell you what. There he is on, is that Newsmax or Good Morning Montana? Because either one is fine with me, buddy. Look at that. Look, and he's learned how to do the Trump thumbs up. Look at that. He's got hitchhiker thumb just like I do. Look at it. He's all bent up. See that? Some people, they give their thumb up and it goes like that. Mine's like, whew. Just get that thing. Must be genetic. I bet you I could write you American first song as good as he could because we got the same thumb tendons. Hold on. Oh, let's see who else is on here. Oh, there he is. That's them fellers. That morning show people from Newsmax or something, ain't it? Ain't that their morning show? That dude right there. And then that's Kellyanne. What's her who? No, that ain't Kellyanne. What's her who? It's Katie Mack and Nanobots. I don't remember. Anyways, I think that's who that is. I recognize the nose job. But anyways, by the way, is it? He's wearing cowboy boots. Let's give him credit for that. How is it that the Newsmax and RAN and RAV and RSBN folks are allowed to be so metrosexual and they don't get no blowback at all? Like, how? I don't understand how they host that show without wearing a cowboy hat. And by the way, her wearing capri pants, I mean, I appreciate that they made sure she can't wear pants that go all the way down to her ankles, you know, but shouldn't, I guess she saves the mini skirt for when she's on Fox and Friends. I don't know how it works. They got some kind of dress code. That's all I know. And this is, that's that lady who's fucking cuckoo. You know, I gotta say, nothing says real news and an awareness of, you know, the complexity of modern political life, like, I don't know what the fuck that is, like the Real Housewives of New Orleans witchcraft episode. I don't know what the fuck that is. Seriously, she looks like if Pee Wee Herman produced the Real Housewives, that's what the set would look like. I don't understand. I don't think that's Tommy Lauren or whatever. That's another one of them. They all blend together after a while, and I'm fine with that. And that's Lee on the left there. Yeah. And oh God, that one's a bit rough. I gotta say, back the fuck up. First of all, that's news. I want to say that's like New York One's office. I've been there. After my third UFO experience, I got brought on to do a morning show on there as part of the UFO tour that I went on as a witness. And I'm pretty sure I passed out on that couch and peed myself. I had a dream that I was peeing, and in the dream I was like, I don't really feel like I'm peeing. It's weird. This must be a dream. But I really got to go, so I should push harder. Don't do that. You will pee the bed. That's a little, tip from Ficus to you. Now, they got some frequently asked questions. I'll leave it to Hal. He'll tell you all about it. Okay, so these are the frequently asked questions. Because, the site's been up for a good 12 hours. Shit. These are the frequent. Should we go through the frequently asked questions? Yeah, who's the author? Who wrote this? What is this bullshit? Right. First one is this Bible officially endorsed by President Trump? Yes. This is the only Bible endorsed by President Trump. And to that, I would say, ladies and gentlemen, a real Christian would endorse any Bible so long as you read it, right? Isn't that the fucking point? Good Lord. And the second one, is the Bible officially endorsed by Lee Greenwood? Well, I fucking hope so. It's named after his song and it's got some of his, yeah. Yes. Okay? Calm the fuck down. This is the only Bible endorsed by Lee Greenwood. And if somebody walks up to you on the street and opens their raincoat and they got a bunch of Bibles in there, go like, take your pick, they're all endorsed by Lee Greenwood. Kick that man in the nuts. And it'll be easy because he'll be naked under the raincoat. What makes this Bible unique and special? First and foremost, the God Bless the USA Bible is the only Bible inspired by America's most recognized patriotic anthem, God Bless the USA. Inspired by the... Okay, first of all, inspired means, in the spirit, right? I'm just saying you're tap dancing on a landmine, as it were. You fucking cretins. When it comes to the Bible was inspired, like the cover and the opening of it was, but Jesus, it's the Bible. The Bible also features this. Okay, we already saw that. Handwritten copy. Okay. What translations are available? None. You don't mean English. Anything but English, right? The God Bless the USA Bible is produced in the trusted King James Version, KJV. Thank you. In case you don't know, you dumbass. We do not offer additional translations at this time, so suck it up, okay? This is the real, this is the old British language. Come on. Can you tell me more about the inside of the Bible? Yes, Trump can't, but sure. Sure thing. Yeah, why not? Yeah, on it. Printed in an easy-to-read 2-column format. You mean like every other Bible? God Bless the USA Bible includes the words of Jesus in red. Oh, that's good. That is a modern KJV, man. Where you get Jesus's lettering is in red. I always said, like, I don't understand red other than like the color of alarm. It seems like there could be another color you could pick. Maybe just underline it. Maybe, but what would they have you do in church if it was already underlined? I get you. I hear you, chat room. We also ensure that each Bible includes a presentation page and a gold ribbon marker. You check personally? Because if mine shows up without one, I'm going to be fucking pissed. Okay? Is this a good gift? No, it's not. I'm sorry. No. Oh, it is. I'm sorry. I misread it. Absolutely. The God Bless the USA Bible is the perfect gift for family members, friends, special occasions, and more. Yeah, Tinder dates, strangers on a bus. Yeah, hand them out at airports. Oh my God, you shouldn't have. No, I mean, you really shouldn't have. First of all, I have 10 other Bibles, and what the fuck is this? All right. Can I buy this Bible in a store? Nope. No, you cannot. Because God would hate that, okay? And don't ask us any of that bullshit about finding it in a drawer in a hotel room for free. You cannot come down and stay at Dollywood and find a Trump Bible in the fucking... It's not going to happen, okay? Buy it. Printed in Hong Kong. Yeah, guaranteed. All right. You can only purchase this at GodBlessTheUSABible.com. All right. Well, thank God I'm there. I'm right at the site. So when will this Bible ship? 4 to 6 weeks, usually. Or it'll ship as soon as it's available. Okay? Which is more like 6 weeks after your check clears. It's basically as soon as your money hits our account, we'll start working on it. Just Count on it. Until then, maybe look up some Bible verses online and learn a couple of them there. Fuck me. When's Bible? The next one. Where is my order? All order fulfillment is from Gulf Shores, Alabama, by a veteran-owned and operated company that will gladly help solve any of your customer service questions. So if you're yelling at anyone, you're yelling at a vet. Fuck you, okay? Leave me alone. Stop it. Stop it. Why are you doing this? Stop yelling at veterans, you asshole. Come on. Just know it, you asshole. I'm sick of you bullshit. I don't like it. Just so you leave and stop it alone. Get shut up, your book will it's been 3 weeks. Shut up. Okay, this next one seems like sacrilege. What's your return and refund policy? I don't know. I just didn't feel inspired by it in any way. I just, I read it and I was like, whoa. I didn't really finish it. I didn't, like at the end, like I was midway through, I was like, do I even feel like, I don't even feel like a Christian yet. And I was like, this isn't working. I'm going home. There aren't any. All sales are final because it's just like a Playboy. You cannot return a book with sticky pages. Note, personalized Bibles are non-refundable. We want our customers to 100%. In the event the product is damaged during delivery, we'll replace your Bible with a new one. All sales are final. So if something happens to it, we'll send you another one along with your fucked up one. But you can't return it. Just because, like, I don't get it. Here I am in hell. This fucking thing did not work. Oh, no. Oh, no. The next question. Ah, what? What the fuck? What? Fuck me. I have never in my fucking life. What? What is that? Oh my God, I'm gonna die. Oh God. Stop it. Oh, wait, sorry. I can't believe it. I've been, and if people are watching on Instagram, they can't see this part of it. I've got to add something. Oh my God. This, I have to shrink this down, fit it, so this, because we cannot not have this. Oh my God. I'm afraid to even fucking I don't even, what is happening? This, I'm fixing something real quick and then we'll get to it. I need everybody to be able to see this fucking question. What if my Bible has sticky pages? This has got to be a troll. This has got to, seriously, did I go to one of those sites where they like fuck around and they change the site by like one letter and you missed a, right? You left out a vowel or a double letter or something. And no way. Oh. I'm sorry. Did I disappear? Wait, 1 second. Why did my camera pop off for a second? I don't know what that is. That's funny. Where'd I go? That's so hilarious. I'll go back to me. Hold on. Back here, silly. Did it erase it? Where'd it go? Well, that's so weird. Okay, well, I can fix that. Give me 1 second. I needed a break anyways, because I'm going to keel over from this fucking thing. Hold on. Studio mode. Oh, fuck. No, wait. Sorry. Scene is what I want. Yeah. Breathe. Breathe. I'm going to be all right. There we go. Okay. There we go. Move myself over. Excellent. Okay. Oops, out of there. Okay. There you go. Transition. There we go. Excellent. Oh my God. Oh, this is. I don't need. Here it comes. We're going to click it together. You and me. Oh, boy. Are some of the pages in your Bibles, plural, sticking together? No worries. This is very common with new Bibles that have gold gilding around the edges of the paper. Yeah, that's what's causing it. For your convenience, we have provided links to a YouTube video that does a wonderful job of explaining how to break in your new Bible. Oh my God. Oh shit. Here we go.
From time to time, I've been asked to do a video.
Okay, hang on. I need a second. 1 second. Chair, hang the fuck on. I'm gonna move this other page over here, and I'm gonna put it in my regular viewer so I can, this is gonna be rough. Ugh. Shit. Here we go. And this is a. This is from Pornhub. Yeah, so I had to hide my other links. Ding. Wish me luck. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, this is you got sticky pages? I got sticky pages. Here we go.
From time to time, I've been asked to do a video to show how to break in a Bible. Well, this one just came in the mail. It's a New American Bible Revised Edition. People wondered if I would do a
we've been wondering how you break in a Bible.
Review of an NABRE. I like the St. Joseph.
A New American Bible Revised Edition. In case you guys don't speak pseudo-Christian. The NABRE, fabulous.
Because they have black letter text.
Yeah.
And they are in
a box.
Relatively heavy paper.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's the heavy paper that gets you.
The print quality I also like. So we'll review this Bible at some point in the future. But
yeah. See if it's for typos or see what parts God got wrong.
All I intend to do today is to show you what I do when I break one in.
I have to admit that a couple of times I have used this technique. I'm not proud of it. Sometimes you're overwhelmed with feelings when these things happen, and I try very hard. I said hard. Don't say hard. Anyways,
so we'll get it out of the box. It does come with a nice heavy two-piece box.
It does come with a nice heavy two-piece box. How do you think this pages got sticky in the first place?
And as you can see, the pages are sticking together.
So you bought it used?
Look the way those clump together there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm familiar.
At the edge. So the first thing to do is to start
This is the New American Bible Penthouse version.
unsticking the pages. Usually you can do that just by
Yeah, just turn the pages. I never would have thought of that.
pulling them apart at one end or the other, and they will
Yeah, the process of reading it would seem to solve most of your... I mean, it has for me. I'm ashamed to say.
just fall apart. To help the process, I often do something like that.
That's so clever. I never would have thought of that. Of course, you know, my goal is to make them stick together, so how am I gonna...
Along the corners with my thumb, and that helps break some
That sounds dirty.
of them free. With heavy paper like this, you don't really have to worry about tearing.
Rachel, I know my face is blurry. That's the joke. I'm ashamed.
The pages
How did my Bible get so sticky? I don't want to say.
with some very lightweight, maybe 22 GSM paper.
Yeah, that's the good stuff.
You have to be very careful.
You do, because if you get too overzealous and you'll tear pages, they'll stick to your fingers and then they won't come off, and then you're walking around town and everybody knows, everybody can see your face and they just know.
So stage one is to pull
it out of the double box.
pull the pages apart.
Oh God, I feel so sinful. I can't say it any other way, but I have sinned against you several times. Lots, more than I would care to admit. Just go back to the website. Leave me alone for a moment. I need some time. If you could, that would be really helpful. If you don't mind. That's what you do if your Bible has sticky pages. By the way, Sticky Pages is the new name of my 70s cover band. We do mostly bands that have handlebar mustaches, in case you were wondering. Okay. This might be, ladies and gentlemen, the best part. Even beyond, you're like, better than Sticky Pages? Better than Sticky Pages. Fuck the contact part. This part, right here. Is any of the money for this Bible going to the Donald J. Trump campaign for president? No. You don't have to worry about maxing out your money, that you can contribute to him. You don't have to worry about that. No, absolutely not. It's not political. It has nothing to do with any political campaign. God Bless the USA Bible is not owned, managed, or controlled by Donald Trump, the Trump Organization, CIC Ventures, LLC, or any of their respective principals or affiliates. Now, on the other side of it, God Bless the USA Bible does use Donald J. Trump's name, likeness, and image under paid license from CIC Ventures, LLC, which I believe stands for Chumps in Christ, which license may be terminated or revoked according to its terms. So, no. Just like all the other money you give to Donald Trump, none of it is going to his campaign. All of it is just going to keep his doors open and pay his legal bills. Don't worry. Dum-dum. Is the shipping free? Fuck off! Sorry. Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah, he's being paid licensing fees to show up for this fucking Bible. Oh, God. So fucking gross. Authorized persons, detail, name and address, title, manager, Marion John B. 811 West Palm Beach. Yeah, that's the CIC commander-in-chief. Motherfucker. CIC branding. God damn it. You're right, Peggy. That's what it is. What a pig. What an absolute asshole. Now, real quick, let's hear another message from him. Also, I have to do, if I may, I'm sorry, everybody. I got to. Some people are just joining us, so I do have to throw this up. If viewer discretion is advised. It's particularly bad. It's double folded. It seems to have it's just blech. It's just can't even begin to understand how I don't think you can understand how nasty this thing is. And also, why is this out of place? This shouldn't be over. This should be here. There you go. And then actually that should be up behind me is where it should be. It should be up here. Yeah, that'll work. And then if I turn it off and back on, does it work? Yeah, it'll work. Okay, so this is we'll move ahead, but you just consider yourself fucking warned. Okay, this is the price of gasoline is skyrocketing. While he was busy, selling the Bible or whatever, he decided to whip out another one of these things. I guess it's only 2 minutes. Bear with me.
So there it goes again.
So there we go again. There it is. Gas is going up because fucking people, Americans, you assholes, you keep wanting to drive everywhere and go do stuff.
The price of gasoline is skyrocketing, and
not so much skyrocketing. It's pretty much hovering around where it's been.
Just like the old days under Biden and...
Yeah, the old days. You remember when Biden was president back in the mid-'80s?
Came down a little.
The old days? The old days under Biden. He shouldn't wing these things. I'm just saying. Yeah, it does, Hinda. I know. I can see it too. It's rough. Look away. Oh, God.
Ugh. But it's going up, and it's going up big. It's nearing $4 a gallon in many states, and
nope.
Much more than that in some.
Mm-hmm. The ones with environmental laws that charge more for it and have a lot more drivers and that kind of shit, like California.
Prices are up almost 6% in the last month alone.
Oh, my God. 6%?
And they'll be going even higher. It's going to go higher and higher.
They're going to keep going up. And I told you so.
The price of gasoline affects everyone and everything.
Well, obviously the Amish don't give a fuck. Pennsylvania Dutch, you're like, blow me. It doesn't affect you. You can't drive a car. Plus, you're a billionaire, aren't you? Oh, thank you for sharing, by the way. And thanks for the stars, Barb. Hit that like, by the way. You're in here. You can just do that. And subscribe. The analytics tell me that 90% of the people that watch my show aren't subscribed because they're lurkers. I'm kidding. But you could just do it if you want to. Just be a nice thing to do. Look at his right eye. You mean the fact that it won't open? Because he's Herbert Loming?
American families are paying for it not only at the pump, but also in the cost of your groceries, your package deliveries, and virtually everything you have.
Your package deliveries? Oh, is this your excuse for why the Bible doesn't ship for free?
And everything you buy.
Everything you buy. All these people are buying. They buy all this stuff and they're thinking about buying.
China don't buy. None of you buy.
That's what it is.
Joe Biden actually wants high gas prices because they help with his ridiculous policy of abolishing gasoline-powered engines and...
Yeah, that's the goal. Abolishing gasoline-powered engine. It's called the Red Barchetta policy that they signed into, not law. I mean, he doesn't have to do law. He's basically a dictator at this point. Super easy.
Forcing everyone into expensive, all-electric cars.
Oh, my God. Ones that you can charge just with solar panels. You wouldn't even have to ever go to a gas station. What a terrible notion. God, you could live off the grid entirely with an electric vehicle. You wouldn't even have to. I mean, obviously, if the tyrannical government wanted to catch everybody and they're driving gas cars, they could just wait by gas stations because eventually you're going to have to drive by there and get some. But if all these fuckers can just recharge their cars out in the woods or some shit with with an array of, with a, I don't know, geothermal, or using an array of solar panels or a wind turbine or any of that. Jesus, the government wouldn't even they wouldn't know how to catch you.
Don't go very far, as
Yeah, just 300 miles. It's not much louder, Corette. I'm sorry. It's his shitty production values.
you know, and they take a long time to charge up.
No, they don't. Most of them can full charge in less than an hour. A lot of them are 45 minutes, and if you charge them overnight, most people, by the way, most people drive the same 15 miles every fucking day. They wouldn't even have to charge the car at work or at home.
That's why when Joe Biden came into office, he shut down the Keystone XL pipeline.
Oh, the Canadian tar sands oil, you mean?
Which was a travesty.
You're right. The Keystone XL pipeline was a travesty. It would have endangered our waterways, or our aquifers, and I don't know about you, but I drink water, not oil.
He canceled our oil leases in Alaska, but he approved the Russian pipeline going to Germany and all over Europe.
And then he blew it up, apparently, according to you. So what's the difference?
And he waged
Maybe he was just teasing them. Like,
war on American energy.
Oh yeah, but he's doing. It's a really weird policy. The Biden administration is declared war on American energy by flooding them with leases that they can never even think to be able to, to use them all.
That's what he did. He waged war on anything American having to do with energy.
Anything, yeah. Anybody had a birthday party, he'd personally walk by and blow out the candles. Anything having to do with energy drinks, like that. He put a trampoline under the Red Bull guy that jumped out of the satellite thing or whatever, so he bounced right back up. He was like, fuck that. It was just rude. Anything having to do with energy at all. People jogging, trying to have more energy, B vitamins, anything that might, food. If you eat food, you'll get more energy. Yeah, he just blew out the candles. Like, happy birthday. Folks, don't use energy. Not a joke.
In addition, Joe Biden's weakness plunged the world into chaos and conflict, further driving up the prices you're paying at the pump.
Well, I mean, if that was his goal, I gotta say, wouldn't he have picked two, oil-producing countries, or at least one? You know what I mean? Like, one oil-producing country fighting another country. Instead of, if that's your goal, the Israel-Hamas conflict is not exactly the situation where we're going to kind of Iraq our way in and try to keep the oil, as you say. You know what I mean? And I'm sure, obviously Russia attacking Ukraine is our fault, according to him.
And they're going higher and fast.
Yeah, well, that's, it's because they're electric. They go very fast. 0 to 60 in 2 seconds.
When I'm reelected, reducing the price of gasoline for American families will be a day one priority. And
okay, so it can't be done. So you're just saying it'll be a priority from that point on. And there it shall stay.
That includes electricity and everything else that comes with it.
Yeah, because whose house doesn't run on gasoline? I saw my neighbor the other day with one of those. My house ran out of gas. I can stand out there. It's embarrassing. I had to walk all the way to the filling station. Normally I drive my car there. Shitter was full.
We will drill, baby, drill.
God damn it. I gotta say, this whole fucking Sarah Palin revival, it's embarrassing. It's like, at some point he's gonna say, it's a great phrase I came up with, drill, baby, drill. Or some people have said it, but I think I was the first to say it. For real. It was embarrassing back then.
We will slash energy crushing regulations, and we will...
Yes, all those stupid regulations that keep oil, gas, methane, toluene, benzene, and all the other secondary chemicals that come from coal mining and gas and fracking and all stuff. All those shitty regulations that keep it out of our drinking water and our air. Fuck that.
Restore peace and stability to bring gasoline prices down for...
Again, this, I think he just means turning over Ukraine to Russia so that Russia can produce oil again and therefore the price will come down. But it's already like it's becoming like a rotating talking point.
Everybody, remember, 3 years ago, we were energy independent.
3 years ago, no one was going anywhere. Nobody used it.
And now our country's a mess.
Sorry, 1 second. So now that's one way to put it. Now our country's a mess. Okay, sorry. Let me check something real quick. U.S. energy output. Trying to get, I guess, there we go. Energy production in the stats in this thing. Crude oil production. Let's see. There you go. This would be the 2022 759. Oh yeah, it's I don't know if this will work. Let me pop this. Yeah, it works. Look at that. U.S. production. There you go. From well, you know, what's that right there? Here's 2020. Sorry, 2019 was the previous peak. It was a jerk up because he allowed a bunch of stuff all at once, and then it went back down for 2 years. There's 2020, 2021, and then look at this. 2022, 759.5. What was the highest before that during Trump? 751.2. That's weird. Oil production in the United States at an all-time high. Weird. And also, 4 years ago, it was lower by a lot. Who cares? This is a bunch of... nobody's keeping track. Just, he says it, and it's true. That's how it works. How about, let's see. How about maybe natural gas? You know what? He's probably got us beat on natural gas. We check natural gas. I mean, just because it's him. You know what I mean? What administration... I can't think of one that produced more natural gas just in the Oval Office. Right? So, quit it. So, let's just check in on that. So maybe Trump beat Biden on natural gas, shall we? Oh no, not at all. That's interesting. That's a funny thing. That's natural gas production, 98 to 2022. There's even the peak in 2019. That was even beat by 2021. And 2022 is even higher. This doesn't even have the 2023 numbers, which are higher. Weird. Well, you know, gosh, it's probably, let's see. I mean, you know what? He definitely has us beat on his coal. For sure. Yeah, that's definitely. How about biofuels? That's a preferable way to do things. What do you think about biofuels is a good thing? You know, ethanol. Remember, he was big on ethanol, and he saved ethanol, and stupid Ron DeSantis was going to do. Oh shit. Well, yeah. Well, Biden's still beating him on ethanol as well. Biofuel, 1,000 barrels of oil equivalent per day. That's 728. That's the highest number in history. It's almost like it's bullshit. That's right. That's what I was trying to think. Maybe I was just thinking, maybe it's bullshit. Yeah. It could be that the whole thing is that what he's saying is just fucking bullshit. Because on the one hand, he's a liar, and on the other hand, he does not know what he's talking about.
Here I am like an idiot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I built that for you. You should be appreciative. And rum just works. I'll just leave it there. You're stupid. Goodbye. You make no sense, and you're weird. Okay. So that's that. By the way, chat room, you guys having a good time? You all right? You all right? Yeah. Because I got a piece that's coming up in a second that I almost feel like I have to apologize for, because this one's going to be rough. Look, it's fucked. Yeah, it is messed up. Like I said, I don't think anybody's helping him get himself put together for any of these things anytime soon. Now, what do you need? Why do you need a gun, America? Obviously, to fight the tyrannical government. Now, when we say tyrannical government, these folks don't obviously mean foreign governments that are genuinely tyrannical, like the Chinese or the Russians or Iran or any or I guess the pseudo governments of the Houthis and or Assad or anything. They don't mean that. They mean Americans. Apparently, there's a big group of maggots that can't wait to shoot American soldiers and cops for trying to, I guess, just legally apply the law. Right? How should you worry he gets back in, Casey? No. No. He's going to lose, and embarrassingly so. Just so you know. He's not going to take it well, and he's going to say he was robbed, but he's fucked. There is no way. Not only do Democrats, I mean, it's up to us to vote. We got to be there. We got to all show up because we got to, this isn't even about him. This is about showing the other Republicans, but like retaking the House and the Senate at a margin where we can get real shit done and not have to like play footsie with some of these assholes, right? Specifically, Trump is not getting in, but we've got to apply what I would call the power of the mandate. You got to show up. And he's already lost 30% of Republicans. There's going to be a bunch of Republicans that are going to come in. And I got news for you. If you're a far lefty and you're voting uncommitted and all that shit, and you're convinced that this is how you're going to show Biden and them who's boss, I got news for you. If you hold your nose and don't vote, you know who's going to take over the voice, your voice in the crowd? The 30% of Haley voters who are conservative who voted for Biden, who are going to go, hey, we voted for you. We want to be heard as well. And we show up. And if you and if at least we see you doing, moderately, like if you focus on bipartisanship, we'll keep coming back. But if you go too far one direction, we're fucking out and we'll leave you to your own fringe. That's going to happen. Just saying. That's who's going to show up. Yeah, local elections absolutely matter to you. I'm just telling you. You don't have to like it. I'm telling you. And you don't have to worry about it at all if you just vote. Vote and vote for real. Don't like third party fucking write-in Mickey Mouse bullshit is to borrow a word of our modern parlance, privilege bullshit. It is privilege. It is you are a privileged fucking what do they call them? If it's a latte liberal, what are they? A maraschino cherry Marxists? Millionaire Marxists? Yeah. Makeshift Marxists? Fake ones? So, I'm going to apologize ahead of time also for this next video. Brace yourselves. Brace yourselves! Brace yourself! Here it is. Ladies and gentlemen, we traded in Liz Cheney, and we got, what the hell is going on? What the heck? All right. What? First of all, I don't know if it's Carrie Lake lighting. Holy shit. I don't know what you're talking about. I think she looks fantastic. I'm Harry Hagman, and I know what I'm doing.
Across the government, but in this case, there's a great danger to people's financial.
I'm just confused why you entered this clip in the middle of its sentence. You guys know I don't get it. I don't understand.
Privacy. Tell us why you and Chairman Jordan sent this and what we're likely to find.
Yeah, tell us why you sent a letter to the government that you work in. Instead of passing a bill or doing something, a letter. Did he lick the stamp and you did the envelope, or vice versa?
So one of the things that I have learned since I've been in Congress is that there are quite a few people in government who do not recognize our constitutional protections.
Yes, Lord Boebert, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Kevin McCarthy. He left though. But yeah, I know. And aren't they awesome?
Kind of a forgotten or at least ignore our Bill of Rights.
Yeah. But it's not, if they forget it, it's almost excusable. But they leave it there right on the table, and then they just walk by. And then they don't do anything. They just go, I see you, but I'm not doing anything.
They ignore the civil liberties that we have.
Yeah, that's the hard part. They ignore the civil liberties. Dear God. Did you borrow Matt Gaetz's forehead, and when do you have to return it? Sorry.
Including the Fourth Amendment. And what happened was that I was watching a program one day and learned through an undercover investigation.
Oh, a program. That's good. What kind of program was it? It was like Thundercats or a program. So you were being programmed? So you're a Manchurian candidate? You know they call them programs for a reason. You know that? QAnon was right.
That the IRS was using AI, artificial intelligence, to
Uh-huh. Yeah, I saw them. They're the whistleblowers. They were using artificial intelligence. Well, it's more like pretend intelligence. PI, like Magna PI. And he's dreamy.
basically snoop through everybody's bank accounts.
Everybody's? Oh my God. How they do? They could snoop through everybody's bank accounts?
And I think the best way to
They just do AI to do that? They haven't assigned a person? Maybe, you know what we could do is we could get people to do it so we don't have artificial intelligence looking through people's bank accounts. We could have a real human being that if they overreach, you could put them in jail, or you could threaten them with something. You can't threaten AI with anything, but we're going to need a lot more IRS agents, something like 87,000 of them.
describe this is just to quote the gentleman's words, his own words. This is a guy who works for the IRS.
Yes, and that means we like him.
Video footage obtained by an investigative media outlet appears to capture Alex.
Appears to capture? Excuse me. I have a friend that might want to have a word because it's very important. Appears? Fucking appears? Appears to show? Appears to show? Does it show or doesn't it show? Fucking appears. Say appears again, dumb fuck.
Mina, an IRS official working in the agency's criminal investigations.
So she's investigating criminals, and it appears, hey, you know what people investigating criminals can't do? They can't use the appearance of evidence. They actually fucking need evidence. Say appears again.
Unit admitting that.
Say unit again while you're at it. Blah. Jesus Christ, almost tossed my sprinkles.
The IRS has a new system that uses AI to target potential abusers by examining all returns, bank statements, and related financial information.
The stuff they filed with the IRS, you mean? So they don't have to have a person going through it because there's 340 million people in the fucking country, 180 million of which pay taxes and file and have enormous returns. And why the fuck can't we just get people using typewriters?
For potentials for fraud.
Right.
Mina asserted that the new AI system has the ability to access and monitor all the information from all the companies in the world. And in the video,
all the companies in the world, even Margaret Sprinkles, even CaptainFrosting.com, even TriangleWaferMakers.org, which is it's a 501c3. Leave them alone.
Mina suggested that the AI-powered system can see the amount in every American's bank account, adding that this invasive system is working.
Invasive system? Don't say that again. Don't say invasive again. It's weird.
Really well nationwide.
Yeah, look at the picture. I could see it, lady. Look at this. AI is out of control. It's fucking Skynet. We can all tell. That's a scary picture. Not only is it computer digits and stuff we couldn't all possibly fucking stand, it's all blurry, which means it's happening far too fast.
He also noted that the IRS agents have no problem going after the small people.
Define small.
Putting people in prison.
Well, I mean, do you have a problem with think of it this way, stupid. Let's just say you got a guy, he's got a gun, he walks into a store, he shoots somebody, takes the money out of the register. He's not really an organization. He's not a corporation. You think of him as a small businessman, as it were, one of the little people.
Like destroying people's lives. They have no problem doing that, according.
Well, I mean, there's got to be there's a reason for the. I think you destroy your own life when you commit the crime, don't you? And they just find out.
To this quote, and when asked whether this system is constitutional, he said, "I doubt it."
Oh, appears and doubt. Shit. What more else do I? What more do you need? Appears and doubt. It's not like you couldn't read and check.
So this is someone who actually works for the federal government, works for the IRS.
Uh-huh. And he can't tell whether something appears to be criminal or the action actually is, or even appears to be what he thinks is happening. Like he couldn't, I don't know, stop filming her and walk over to her fucking desk and ask.
Recognizes that they're using technology to snoop through people's bank accounts.
No, he assumes they're doing it. It appears. And snooping? No, they're going through their filed bank statements.
Companies' bank accounts, knows that it is.
Companies? Oh, companies. The little companies, though, right? The little teeny companies. Because fuck you.
Absolutely a violation of our constitutional rights and has absolutely no problem with that.
No, not at all. Because they could check something against it because you're filing your taxes. They can check and make sure what you're saying is true. That's what an audit is. That's it. That's the whole fucking thing. That's all we get. So that's the extent of it, ladies and gentlemen. That's appears and doubt. That's what qualifies these days on the Republican side. Yeah, they want to put people in jail or shut down entire organizations within our government based on appearances and doubt. When, by the way, they never liked the organization in the first place. I mean, from Department of Education, IRS, Department of the Interior, Department of Transportation, anything. If it appears to them, which it always does, to make them doubt what the people in there are doing that they don't understand in the first fucking place, shut it down and cut off funding and consequences be damned. That was blissfully short, I will say. Thank God. Now, there was, if I would say, there was a very serious thing that happened. Do I have time? No. The bridge collapse that happened today. Let me show you real quick. This was Biden's remarks on the bridge today. So just to show you what normal looks like.
Hello, folks. Sorry to keep you waiting. I was waiting to talk to the last member of the delegation in the region. Good afternoon. Before I leave for North Carolina, which I'm going to do in a few minutes, I want to speak briefly about the terrible incident and accident that happened in Baltimore this morning. At about 1:30, a container ship struck the Francis Scott Key Bridge, which I've been over many, many times commuting from the state of Delaware in our train or by car. I've been in Baltimore Harbor many times. And the bridge collapsed, sending several people and vehicles into the water, into the river. And multiple U.S. Coast Guard units, which are stationed very nearby, thank God, were immediately deployed along with local emergency personnel. And the Coast Guard is leading the response at the port, where representatives from the Federal Highway Administration, the FBI, the Department of Transportation, the Army Corps of Engineers, as well as Maryland officials and Baltimore Police and Fire, are all working together to coordinate an emergency response. Officials at the scene estimate 8 people were unaccounted for still. Not still, were unaccounted for. That number might change. 2 have been rescued, 1 without injury, 1 in critical condition. And the search and rescue operation is continuing for all those remaining as we speak. I spoke with Governor Moore this morning, as well as the Mayor of Baltimore, the county executive, both United States senators and the congressman. And my Secretary of Transportation is on the scene. I told them we're going to send all the federal resources they need as we respond to this emergency. I mean all the federal resources. And we're going to rebuild that port together. Everything so far indicates that this was a terrible accident. At this time, we have no other indication, no other reason to believe there's any intentional act here. Personnel on board the ship were able to alert the Maryland Department of Transportation that they had lost control of their vessel, as you all know and reported. As a result, local authorities were able to close the bridge to traffic before the bridge was struck, which undoubtedly saved lives. Our prayers are with everyone involved in this terrible accident and all the families, especially those waiting for the news of their loved one right now. I know every minute in that circumstance feels like a lifetime. You just don't know. It's just terrible. We're incredibly grateful for the brave rescuers who immediately rushed to the scene, and to the people of Baltimore. I want to say, we're with you. We're going to stay with you as long as it takes. And like the governor said, you're Maryland tough, you're Baltimore strong, and we're going to get through this together. And I promise we're not leaving. Here's what's happening now. The search and rescue operation is our top priority. Ship traffic in the Port of Baltimore has been suspended until further notice, and we'll need to clear that channel before the ship traffic can resume. The Army Corps of Engineers is on the spot and is going to help lead this effort to clear the channel. The Port of Baltimore is one of the nation's largest shipping hubs, and I've been there a number of times as a senator and as a vice president. It handles a record amount of cargo last year. It's also the top port in America for both imports and exports of automobiles and light trucks. Around 850,000 vehicles go through that port every single year, and we're going to get it up and running again as soon as possible. 15,000 jobs depend on that port, and we're going to do everything we can to protect those jobs and help those workers. The bridge is also critical for travel, not just for Baltimore, but for the Northeast Corridor. Over 30,000 vehicles cross the Francis Scott Key Bridge on a daily basis. It's virtually, it's one of the most important elements for the economy in the Northeast and the quality of life. My transportation secretary is there now. As I told Governor Moore, I've directed my team to move heaven and earth to reopen the port and rebuild the bridge as soon as humanly possible. And we're going to work hand in hand with the support of Maryland to support Maryland whatever they ask for. We're going to work with our partners in Congress to make sure the state gets the support it needs. It's my intention that the federal government will pay for the entire cost of reconstructing that bridge, and I expect the Congress to support my effort. This is going to take some time. The people of Baltimore can count on us, though, to stick with them at every step of the way until the port is reopened and the bridge is rebuilt. You know, we're not leaving until this job gets done. Not leaving until then. So I just want to say God bless everybody who got everyone harmed this morning and their families. And may God bless the first responders, many of whom risking their lives. And the reason I'm not going to take a lot of questions, there's remaining issues that are open and we've got to determine what's going to happen in terms of the rescue mission and the like. But
Do you plan to go to Baltimore, sir? And if so, how quickly?
I do, and as quickly as I can.
You said the federal government's also going to pay for the repairs. I'm just curious, this was a ship that appears to be at fault. Is there any reason to believe that the company behind the ship should be held responsible? And then also, you mentioned...
That could be, but we're not going to wait for that to happen. We're going to pay for it to get the bridge rebuilt and opened.
What did you make of Israel's decision not to attend this meeting this week?
Oh, I don't want to get into that. We have plenty of time to talk about it.
You mentioned the port. Can I ask about cars? About the port.
Yeah, it's like, lay off. This is about, people are still in the water. They still haven't found some of the people who went in. So I just wanted to show this real quick, if I could, Chet, which was just a wonderful level of normal functionality in a government. Yeah. Yeah, and the infrastructure bill, by the way, I got to say, if there's no reason why the infrastructure bill that passed could not have passed under Trump, technically speaking. There's nothing about it. Like, there wasn't any new aspect of human life that somehow gave us the power to institute the changes in the infrastructure or do it under him. He just didn't fucking bother. He just didn't care. And a lot of this damage that we're seeing in these places or whatever that's finally getting fixed, and I mean, this is a side issue, but that bridge was probably one of the ones that's slated for a rebuild or you know, at least a parallel build next to it, like the one in Cincinnati. So I just think it's impressive that like we can all just watch that and go, oh, yeah, that's what you should do. That's what the president should do. It shouldn't upend your fucking day. You shouldn't have to, like, in the United States of America, when you're living your life and trying to do whatever you do for a living and care about your family and all that kind of stuff, you should be able to understand that the president comes out and goes, this is what happened. We worked with the state. We're working to fix it. Don't worry about a thing. We'll get them the resources they need. If they don't, if the Congress doesn't want to do this, we'll find some way to do it. That's that. Because that's how it should work. I mean, I think a lot of us, you can't watch that without thinking Trump would have said some shit about, well, the governor of Maryland was very mean to me, and he doesn't like Trump. So, but we're going to get him stuff, but, he's got to ask nicely. He's got to say please, that kind of shit, right? It's just fucking normal, and it should be. yeah, regular good governance, you know, and again, if you're talking about a world that's chaotic because of the autocrats in it, the last thing we need is another one of these. He would have blamed the China. Yeah, China probably crashed it into the thing. Okay, now I'm gonna leave you on this. This is just audio, right? This is just audio, but this is from the hearing today. Now, I don't know if you guys heard about the mifepristone hearing that today or saw any of it. There's probably little stories in it, you know, like in the news, whatever you're watching, that might have popped up over the course of it. And some, I don't know if maybe MSNBC carried some of it or a majority of it this morning, right? The that kind of stuff. Hi, how are you? Ship lost power and hit the bridge. Right, exactly. But again, that would be sort of manslaughter with the 6 people that are probably gone, bless their hearts, or hopefully they were able to make it to the other side. Maybe somebody made their way, you know, on their own and they just haven't figured out that person is the person they found over there, hopefully. But some definitely, you know, just because it was a failure that caused it doesn't mean there's not culpability. So absolutely the company will end up having to pay for it, and the victims will be able to sue the company as well and all that other shit. But on top of that, what he's saying is we're going to fix the bridge. We're not going to wait for these assholes. It's like waiting for Trump's bond. Why would you do that? Trump is saying midnight mass at St. Judas Saturday. Yeah, right. Yeah. 9 minutes? Why? 9 minutes to what? Get there? I mean, it's water. Like 9 minutes of it crashing. I mean, there'll be a lot of answers that come from it. It doesn't matter. The parts that can be handled are being handled, and they should, right? Oh, nice. Hi, Kevin. Welcome. Feel free to let the Midas Mighty know we're over here, because, hi. Birds of a feather, as it were. Yeah, Hunter's laptop was on the ship. That's why they sunk it. Yeah, is that the going rate? Okay, so let me show you this. This is, ladies and gentlemen, this is Amy Coney Barrett looking like a paranoid Karen at a school board meeting. It's a nice picture that they chose. But this is her talking about the ability for people, conscience objections. House Parks for LA City Council, love to do it. Let's make it happen. But this is her talking about it, and I just wanted to address, I didn't get to hear her entire argument, so I wanted to listen to it with you guys, because why should I have to listen to this by myself?
Counsel, can I ask you a question about the conscience injury? So that's one of the roadblocks you identify in the speculative chain, because you say a doctor could invoke federal conscience protections to refuse to complete an abortion that was when the embryo or fetus was still alive. Okay,
so by the way, mifepristone is not used for viable pregnancies. It's very early on. Nobody's getting a prescription for this legitimately 6 months in. Like, you're going to the fucking doctor if you're getting an abortion at that point, because it's ectopic, or it's malformed, or it's going to be stillborn, and it might take you with it. It might become toxic, all that kind of shit. So her question is super fucking weird. I'd like to point that out. And the idea that she's going, what would we say, 1,000 to 1, 1,000,000 to 1, 10 million to 1, what's the standard? But if somebody takes mifepristone and they start to go through the abortion process, but something happens, and they go to the hospital because they're bleeding or something is happening and it's endangering life, and the doctor that's there has to perform an actual physical abortion to save her life in that situation because of she took the drug, could they opt out as a conscience objection? And like, it makes no sense. Like, medically, this is the most nonsensical pile of shit. First of all, you'll listen to more what she's saying.
So I just want to be clear. The federal government's position is that their doctor would have conscience objections. I'm thinking about the EMTALA litigation, and the Fifth Circuit criticized the government's inconsistent positions. But it is your position that such doctors would have recourse to the conscience protections of federal law?
Yes, absolutely. And let me be clear about this, because I think the Fifth Circuit did fundamentally misunderstand.
Oh, Softball Paul, the What's Going On with Shipping channel. I know that channel. I've watched a few things on there. Thank you. Especially around, it's a great channel when I was dealing early on with our our conversation about supply chains.
Understand our arguments, and respondents have repeated that misunderstanding here. The federal government has never taken the position that EMTALA would override an individual doctor's conscience objections. We said exactly the opposite. If you go and look.
Oh, by the way, the Solicitor General, I'm blitzing on her name right now. Let's see if they have it down here. Elizabeth Prelogar. She's a fucking beast. Elizabeth Prelogar, like, holy shit! Just her recall on case law and all that. It's brilliant. Like, she talk about somebody who like earned her spot. Megapristone is used for Adam X11. Yeah. This is used. It's an abortion pill, and it's used early on in the process for a medical abortion. You just take the pill and you do not. It aborts the fetus. But it's part like you have. It's a little bit after morning after pill, right? But it's early in it. Nobody uses it past the first trimester ever because it wouldn't work, and the the only like conscience objection thing is that they think that women are going to be able to lie to the person they're talking to, when they have to do telemedicine, for example. Yeah, no later than 10 weeks. Thank you, Sherry. That they're going to lie about how far along they are. It's just bullshit. It's this: women are actually awful. You can't let them, make these decisions because they're terrible. That's.
At our Fifth Circuit reply brief in the Texas litigation, we disclaimed that understanding of EMTALA and made clear that we understand the conscience protections to continue to apply and shield the doctor who doesn't want to provide care in violation of those protections.
Okay, and remember, what is she talking about? The person who doesn't want to provide care in this situation. That is someone who has taken mifepristone, has shown up at the hospital with complications that the doctor somehow knows, because she says, I took mifepristone and this happened. And the doctor says, you were trying to abort your baby? And she's like, yes. And he goes, I don't believe in abortion, so I guess you die on the table. And somebody else has to step in and go, fuck you, get out of the way, I'll help, whatever, And the idea is that I refuse to carry out an abortion on a viable fetus. Well, nobody's taking mifepristone when they have a viable fetus. Nobody. It's fucking crazy talk. And the other thing, too, is that the assumption that at that point, they're just, not going to save the mother? Where's the conscious objection to that? The conscience objection to that. The other thing, too, is who is this motherfucker? If somebody comes in and they're clearly drunk and their liver is failing them and you don't drink and you're I'm a teetotaler, I don't drink, so I can't help you. You drank your liver into the shape it's in, so go fuck yourself. What about, I believe all life is sacred. All kinds of life is sacred. Therefore, I will not give you chemo drugs because cancer cells are human too. It's just dumb. And it's never going to happen in this case.
That be true in a healthcare desert as well?
Yeah.
And she's like, this would be true in a healthcare desert where there's only one doctor for 100 miles and he's a bigot. What happens then?
Yes, so we don't think that EMTALA would override conscience protections for the individual doctor. It, of course, imposes obligations on hospitals, and hospitals have all kinds of plans in place to address these types of contingencies. They have staffing plans. I understand as a matter of best practices, they often ask for doctors to articulate their conscience objections in advance so they can...
Yeah, so if you go, yeah, I believe abortion is murder. I'm like, okay, well, we can't put you in the fucking emergency room because if a woman's coming in and she's going to die from the pregnancy that's in her, you're just going to let her die.
Can take account of that in staffing. They have cross-staffing agreements with other hospitals. And in the government's experience enforcing EMTALA, this is almost 4 decades of experience, we are not aware of any situation where there has been that kind of direct conflict between EMTALA and conscience protection.
Okay, and just one last question. This is about the association standing. So its own standing.
Let me be abundantly clear. Her question, just to clarify, Amy Coney Barrett's question about this, is the equivalent as if I was a Supreme Court judge and I was sitting on a panel about the ability for people to sue because of 4-hour plus erections caused by Viagra, because the U.S. government decided that having babies was very important. Right-wingers had taken over and like, nope, men need as many erections as possible because we've got to have this. So they mandate, in the future, they mandate Viagra for every male and pass it out, put it in the water, some shit like that. And the only recourse, what would happen if you had an erection from the government mandated Viagra and you're in a field, buck naked, and your dick gets struck by lightning, and not only are you killed, but you lose your erection? Would your relatives be able to sue the drug company and the sky? What the question I just posed is honestly as sensible a question as she just asked. That's just dipshit nonsense.
In its own right, I'm talking about notwithstanding that base.
And you fell into a cow, yes. And who's going to care for the little calves?
Is based on
Can you get that on video?
Injury to one of its members. So the injuries that the association is arguing sound in the Havens Realty associational standing, and they're the kinds of allegations we see by immigration advocacy groups. Diversion of resources, increased
Oh, this is the other thing. If you allow mifepristone to be, given out via telemedicine, which is what this is about, anti-abortion groups are going to have to spend money printing new flyers to fight this particular case, and therefore it puts this new ability in this new resource for women creates a financial burden for the people fighting it. Fuck you.
expenses that result from the complicated.
Here, I'll show you this. Listen to this.
Standing, and they're the kinds of allegations we see by immigration advocacy groups. Diversion of resources, increased expenses that result from the complications of having to address and explain the new changes. And I'm not talking about the expenses of filing the petition. That's not what I'm talking about.
No, that's what I'm dead serious, chat room. That's what we're talking about. That people fighting a woman's right to choose will have to come up. They'll have to pay people in marketing to come up with new ways of fighting this, and they don't have one, so they're going to have to hire people, I guess, and then they're going to have to print out flyers and see if those work, and if those don't work, they have to make new ones.
Let's just talk about the diversion of resources. Can you distinguish that from?
We're going to have to divert resources to fight mifepristone because of its availability.
Havens Realty.
Yes, so I think Havens itself was trying to distinguish between two types of potential organizational injuries. And what Havens said is that in that case, the organization had come forward with direct and concrete demonstrable injury to itself. And there, the organization had a contract to provide low-income housing or a search to secure it for clients, and the racial steering practices directly interfered with that, made it more difficult for the organization to carry out its contractual obligations.
Yeah, so what she's talking about is like, let's say you're trying to get low cost housing in some area, and the city council raised the cost of producing buildings for everything. Didn't carve out anything for low cost housing, like eliminating some of the extra fines and fees and shit that go with it, and they didn't make a carve out for low income housing. So the organization that fights for low income housing and actually does not just yelling about it, but zones for it and comes in with projects and organizes money to do it and all that kind of stuff, it will cost them more, or it will make it impossible for them to do their job because you've basically priced them out of existence. That's the case she's kind of talking about. This is very broad strokes, but you get what I'm talking about.
But Havens itself said that it was not blessing a theory of standing that would allow an organization to assert a setback to its abstract social interests. So I think that reflects the court trying to distinguish between more concrete, direct, demonstrable harms on the one hand, and that kind of abstract setback on the other hand. And I recognize, and your question touches on it, Justice Barrett, that some lower courts in particular have seemed to read Havens to endorse far broader theories of standing, including in the immigration.
yes, some of them are fucking stupid, and most of them are in right-wing states setting what they call, what would be effectively urban law in rural settings to try and like chip away at blue states, that kind of shit.
Context, the government has been routinely resisting
It's a three-hand issue? Yes, it is.
standing because we think that that would essentially mean that any advocacy organization could say it opposes what the federal government is doing and so therefore has to devote resources to that opposition. If that were enough, then every organization would have standing and it would be a vast expansion of ordinary Article 3 principles. So we would welcome an eventual clarification from this court on organizational standing, but here I think that the organization's assertion of injury falls in the bucket of the abstract setback and doesn't come close to the kind of demonstrable harm that was at issue in Havens.
General, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So that should give you, hold on, wait, back to your chat room. That should give you some kind of idea, like the weird reach that the Republicans on the SCOTUS, specifically Kavanaugh didn't do much that I heard. He really wasn't a big voice in it. And Thomas was all over this shit. And asking his biggest question was, is there any way that someone could sue the government over this? That was it. Basically help us paint this out, right? Help us figure out a way to screw you out of this because we can't do it on our own. Now, understand this. How many people have listened to at least one of the big SCOTUS arguments lately? It's always Cat Femme. That's I mean, clearly that's what they're fighting for. But how many have listened to one of these, or at least parts of them? Yeah? Okay. If you haven't had a chance to, and you do stumble upon one, or I play a clip for it in the future to some of these that are coming up, because a lot of them are very crucial, until we get a Democratic majority in the House and Senate that's large enough to protect Roe v. Wade, which will be, kind of crucial. And if you're a faux aggressive and you want to pretend to be for women's rights, but you're like, I'm voting for Democrats because Genocide Joe, fuck you. Go wear your mask somewhere else, wolf in sheep's clothing. That said, in this particular, you'll hear a lot, and this isn't uncommon amongst all the SCOTUSes, that they will ask like, well, what would be the argument then against what you're saying? Or they'll ask the person who's arguing for something to argue any situation where they could see someone winning against them. And they do it to both sides of the argument. It's a regular part of how they talk about it, right? That is an important part of how they break it down, because you can learn more about someone's argument when you hear what they perceive as their weaknesses versus what the other side perceives as their weakness. And it's a functioning way of getting to the bottom of stuff. It's very useful, and it's a totally normal thing. So sometimes you'll hear, your favorite liberal judge, as it were, asking like, well, what would be a case where you could see where you would win because the other side didn't have this? And you can hear what they think, or you would, they'll ask somebody that is allegedly on the liberal side of the argument, what would be a losing argument for you? How would that not stand up in a court? Is there any circumstance where this would fail? And because they're definitely going to hear that whole version from the other side. They want to hear it from you to see if you've basically legally battened down the hatches, crossed all your T's, and dotted all your I's. And that's crucial to a ruling that lasts. Okay, a ruling that becomes precedent and stands the test of time. So be on the lookout for that, and it's really fascinating. I happen to love it. I happen to think it's very valuable to the process. And Clarence Thomas is terrible at it. He's very ham-handed and full of shit. And Amy Coney Barrett is extremely clunky with hers. That's why I don't worry about any of her arguments. The only problem we have with her and Kavanaugh, and then it's just the tilt of the court. That's it. I'll show the Twitch chat. As much smarter conspiracy theories over there. Oh, there's conspiracy theories on YouTube. Are there? Aren't they everywhere? Also, I think there's a distinction, and this will be. Well, I'll let you guys think on this, and I'll let you go because I got to go too. But end of the show. And thank you, by the way. Like, subscribe, give a thumbs up, support the show, share it, subscribe, help us get to 100,000. We're gonna get there. I know we're gonna get there. I know we can get there. I know I'm long form. I know it's a big helping. Okay, but this is where you come for the full deal. Okay, the whole thing, the whole enchilada. So do that. But in the meantime, I think there is conspiracy theorist has become the kind of derogatory, the pejorative for people who dwell on conspiracy theories. And I think that belies the sort of game of talking about conspiracy theories that I think we all engage in when you're like, when something seems hinky and you're like, this seems fucked up. Like be it Epstein's death or the JFK or whatever. Thank you so much, Big Stefan. And thank you, hold on, where are you? Matt Knight, thank you so much. That there are people who do, we all kind of talk about some of them sometimes, whatever. But then there are people who make a living on it. And those are the people of concern. Those are the people who aren't, don't have a horse in the race. They're just, selling it to a bunch of dipshits to sell them prepper food, like Alex Jones. And I feel like calling him a conspiracy theorist gives him too much credit. He's a conspiracist, which is someone who concocts conspiracies out of fucking everything for its monetary and attention-seeking value. Yeah? And I'm going to stick to that as a definition. I don't know that anybody really talks about it in those terms, but I think there's a difference. I do think that a conspiracist is what Alex Jones is. A conspiracist is what Russell Brand is, a.k.a. Rusty Trombone. A conspiracist largely is what Dan Bongholio is too, and Glenn Beck. They're conspiracists. They're not conspiracy theorists because they don't think past the actual theory part of it. They don't do the breaking down. A lot of times they'll share it from somebody fucking else, but they don't really dig deep into what could have caused it. Because I would argue you could say that I have theories about the conspiracy between Russian oligarchs, Deutsche Bank, and Donald Trump. And I don't have a particular way of proving it other than the articles that have been written and the fines that have been put against them for money laundering for Russians and the window of time by which they suddenly had money to hand out and they didn't give a shit. And Donald Trump is like, they weren't even mad at me. Well, why wouldn't they be mad at you? Because it's not their money. That's why. And they were maybe even told to give it to you. So that would be to me a conspiracy theory that they conspired theoretically to do this thing. That is wholly different than fucking we faked the moon landing bullshit, which is a conspiracism. It is a philosophy of conspiracy. And I think it's an important distinction because unfortunately, a RICO case, technically speaking, anybody who's looking into a RICO case has a conspiracy theory. They have a theory about how the conspiracy worked in the RICO case. They conspired together. That's what fucking made it a RICO case, right? That's conspiracy theory. Conspiracism, or conspiracists themselves, are just bullshit artists. They're just fucking it's almost like a religion. That's why that word kind of fits better to it. So anyway, there you go. I just wanted to float that as an idea, and so that going forward, you guys know what the fuck I'm talking about. Because I like to think I know what I'm talking about. I mean, I may push what if I push this button?
Oh yeah, that's normal.
That's not a good thing, probably.
Here I am like an idiot.
It happens when you push that button. Oops. But I think
people saw that loud and clear.
They did. They saw it loud and clear, because he's got the best words. By the way, tomorrow, special show, very exciting. First hour, just me. Second hour, Philip Ittner's joining us. Third hour, that's right, there's going to be a third hour on the morning show tomorrow. Getting an excellent one because Lev Parnas is going to be a guest on the show. Oh, yeah, I landed a whale. So, yeah, he could only do that time slot, so I'm going to roll straight into having him on the show. Very excited about it. I have lots of questions, as you might imagine. So that's I'm just going to extend it, so if you want to hang around, that's cool. But if not, I will cut it off into its own little, it's a special third hour for the show. Super exciting. So, and I have so many questions that I think I'm kind of the only person that can ask it because nobody else pays attention. Yeah, so his son was lovely and was great on the show, and so it'll be really cool to have him on. And he's promoting a book, which I think is cool, and eventually I'll get a signed copy of it. And I thought the fact that Bobolinsky was just a douchebag to him is it's a fascinating thing. So I have a lot to discuss with him, no doubt, and only an hour to do it. So I'm adding that next one. I'd love to have Michael Cohen on. We'll get him. We'll get Michael Cohen in here. That'd be great. Because as much as we might be, small in our audience compared to some other shows, everybody here is real. Yeah, I actually have real viewers, which is very different than some other shows. I'm just saying, not pointing fingers, but, well, obviously, Karine, I have my doubts. But to some folks, most of you are real, and you know who you are. Now, before I get carried away and do another, Midwestern goodbye, it's one really important thing I want to say. Damn it!
Eurovision.
Hola.
River.
Just the facts, ma'am.
A chat with you and somehow death loses its sting.
I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude.
I was thinking of the immortal words of Socrates, who said, I drank what?
How, in the name of Zeus's butthole, did you get out of your cell?
Something strange happened to me this morning.
Was it a dream where you see yourself standing in sort of sun god robes on a pyramid with 1,000 naked women screaming and throwing little pickles at you?
No.
Why am I the only person that has that dream?
Did have shade.
Listen, Betty, don't start off with your white zone shit again.
It's not Irish. It's not English.
How are you? Fair, what is my kindness with the horses and all that?
It's just pikey.